that? Oh.
Okay, guys. Yeah, Mr. X is just going to explain what he does. His procedure is different to mine. He's just going to explain that because he releases the club a lot harder than me. He has the club face open, and anybody who's a hard releaser, they can do that. So he's going to tell you what he does.
Okay, this is basically, we'll go through the X Factor a little bit later in another video, but this is just my setup as per Channel Lock to date.
Your geometry.
My geometry. Okay, if this is a straight line to my target here to here, this is a straight line to my target. This peg here and the peg at the front. I like to find myself lining up with my feet, everything square to that target line. My feet, everything is square to my target line. What I do from there is I lift and bring my shoulders back to behind the ball.
Okay. Let me
Shoulder line now. My shoulder line, my club line is all facing over that tee. But
okay.
This is my target line up here. Does that make sense? And from there...
Okay, I want to see that club face angle. Now look, now guys, see Mr. X's club face angle. His club face angle is pointing at that tee in the ground, which is
35, 40 degrees.
Well, whatever it is, it's across the target line. Now, if you take that back and position, now see where it is there, guys. Look, see how it's open to the target line, but it's actually pointing to that tee. And if he takes the club back, that's his path in the backswing. That's his path. That openness of the club is his path in the backswing.
I use that as a visual cue for my takeaway. My takeaway wants to be square away from the ball on that line.
Okay.
And on the way back through, I am rotating the club through that tee there.
Now he clearly releases the club harder than I do because he's got more speed and he's always had a lot of forearm rotation.
So that's my initial square to square. Everything is square. I go behind, set up behind the ball because it's a rear ball position, and then the takeaway is away, a straight line away from that ball on the
straight line inside on that angle back towards that other tee.
On this angle where that club face is pointing, it's a straight away.
There you go. Now guys, look, put it behind the ball again, and look where take it back behind the ball. Now look where the other tee is to the right, to the normal tee. Now see what he'd have to do that. That's a normal swing. You don't do that in Channel Lock. You just go back at the other tee. See that? That's the difference in rearwards as opposed to sideways. There it is. Yeah. So guys, his geometry is different to JH's, and there's a reason for that because he releases much harder than I do, and he does set up in copybook fashion. You know, in terms of where the ball is off his back foot and the amount of pre-turn he's got in his shoulders. You just set up normally, like he's a copybook setup. You watch how he sets up. His setup is absolutely copybook. Hang on. It's hard to get it here with the monitor. I can't get this. Yeah. Okay, now do it again. Yeah. You see where he's there, guys? Yeah.
And just a little add to is we've come up with the X Factor. The X Factor now helps me a lot with blocking the rotation of the left shoulder and the left hip, because I was a phenomenal, because I rotate so hard with my arms, my body and everything gets out of the way automatically. So what I do now, after I take my initial setup, take the foot forward, front foot forward.
Let me see the hips from here. Okay, set up and speak up.
Take left foot forward, right foot back.
Hang on. Got to really talk up because I'm a way away.
Okay.
Now watch his left hip, guys. He's going to set that left hip forward. There. That's what we call hip lock. Now that stays there.
On the way through now, it doesn't move.
Yeah, as a feeling. It'll move a bit, but he doesn't want to move it. That's what we call the X factor, the Mr. X factor. And that really stops him from over rotating his hips and his shoulders clearly. And he's just hit it. Like I've had a session today, like no other session, and it's all about the Mr. X factor. Mr. X can't hit any shots today because he's pulled a trapezius muscle.
And it hurts like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, I believe you. So guys, for us, big time going forward. The Mr. X factor is huge, but also understanding this geometry, which I will go to great lengths and great pains going forward to in coming videos to explain. And Mr. X will be able to come back and hit some with hip lock when he's recovered.
Thanks, Jade.
Okay, guys.